Alrighty, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, I'm back. I didn't know I was going to be back, but I'm back. This one, I posted a video, like 2 videos ago or something like that, about my Patreon. It's about Industry Insider. I'm going to be comparing record labels, and I'm going to be breaking down artists and how record labels control them. I'm going to be deep diving into their music when they were with the label and when they left the label. I'm going to be breaking down, what they did then and comparing the two. And I'm going to give you some insights on how the record label is controlling artists when they have them on contract. You will do this, all that stuff. Because it's in the music. It's in the music and everything. And that's why it's on the Patreon, because that's going to take a lot more time, a lot more research, and a lot more deeper analysis and everything. And like I said, that's not for you all. You all are here. You all are here for the reacting. Um, but this right here came up. This it's not open yet, so don't ask. I got a couple of people in there that saw that video and asked about it, and were really interested. And one of them is an artist, and one of them is a producer. Um, I would say they're both kind of known. They're not big time, but they're known on YouTube, both of them, and they're just looking to improve. There's, the singer's looking to improve her songwriting and get insight, um, and on some things. I won't say what, but anyway, this came up from the producer, and I'm not familiar with Upchurch. Yeah, Ryan. Ryan, I see that down there now, Ryan Upchurch. I'm not going to have this one full screen because I don't know. It looks like it might be a lyrical song. I don't know, or it just might just have the album cover up. But anyway, he was wanting me to not do a deep dive, because I told him I wasn't going to put it in the Patreon. I'm going to have it on the public, so you all can get an idea. I think I did this with Taylor Swift, my last video, Taylor Swift, about "Thank You, Amy," and it had KIM capitalized in the title, and every reactor on the planet was saying that it's about Kim Kardashian. And I analyzed that one and went through it and everything, and I gave my opinion on it. It's not about Kim. And I broke it down going through the video after my long monologue introduction, which I do in every video, like I'm doing in this one. But I want you guys to see what goes on in my mind when I'm doing these things. I got to bring up Tom McDonald because I got some questions about him. I got three, I think 3 videos of his on there. Um, I'm not in. I like Tom McDonald, but I'm not into his political stuff. As far as my channel goes. I think I might catch shit for this, but first of all, let me qualify, you guys. I do understand labels. I'm, you know, I analyze music. I don't know what to, that's why I'm doing deep dives. But I've been doing this on my own, labels and how they can. I know a lot about labels already. And I'm talking about, big, in depth, why there's labels, why there's imprints, why there's subsidiaries, how do they, how does it imprint, different from the label? Does the label still control the imprint and the artists that are on it, and all that stuff? And again, guys, you just got to break down their music and see how, how does all the artists on the imprint, how do they compare to all the artists, the bigger artists that are on the main label, the parent label? And yet there are correlations. There's chord progressions, arrangements. I mean, I'm not going to get into it. I'm just going to bore you guys. I'm like nerding out on it, and you guys are. Hopefully, you guys are still listening. But you also know that I do these long monologues to get rid of the riffraff. The people that only watch for 30 seconds and leave. But anyway, let's get into it here. I don't want this to be too long because not familiar with this guy. We might bring him on the channel. It depends on how this goes. But there is a prelude. This is not a reaction because I wasn't familiar with him. I wanted to see, before I put him on the channel, I wanted to see what his music was like before I did that. And so I listened to this song. I just picked one and this happened to be it. And I was curious. I'm like, okay, I know a little bit of this song now. Um, I didn't really break it down at that time because there's a lot missing. There's a lot I'm not knowing about this artist. Um, so I kind of peeked. I'm like, there's got to be something else, and so I went and looked at the album, the whole album, because um, on my homepage I see there's people that have been doing it. I recognize the symbol. I wasn't paying attention to it, at first and everything. Um, I thought this was. I saw this. I would see this cover on my homepage, and I never paid it because I thought it was something totally different, judging by the look of it. I won't say what, but yeah, I didn't know it was an artist and everything. But then but now I went back and looked at my homepage and everything, and I see that people are reviewing it. People are reviewing the whole album though. Um, I don't think you guys barely are here for my long videos, so I'm not going to get do no hour and a half, 2 hour album review. At least not on you guys yet. But anyway, I know I've talked long enough about this guy, but um, I went on there and I did find something. The very first song on the album is a skit on Turbulence, and I listened to it and it's quite interesting. Because I'm looking for context, on why he made this song. And it's a 12th song on the album. This Turbulence is a 12th song on the album, which is kind of interesting, also in itself. Um, I, Knowing record labels and stuff, I know he's not signed or to a record label. He's independent and all, but I I find it interesting that it's the 12th song. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, the skit is like it's a plane, and it starts out with the safety warning that we always get on the plane when we get on one and everything. And um, I I immediately said I wanted to do this because I found out that this skit's about the record label. He's listening to this warning and everything and all that, and he's going on. He's like, "What the hell?" And I guess it's turbulence. I guess the whole point about the name of the song is turbulence, and you know, and he gets a phone call, I believe it was, and it's a record label, and he gets into this back and forth argument, with them, um, basically about pressures, industry norm pressures, rejecting, you know, the labels and everything like that. And if you notice, I got Ren, I got Chris Webby on my channel. I'm going to have NF on my channel. And you see, those are the type of artists that I'm into. Deep writing. NF, he's, into this whole space. Ren's all into, mental health, because it affects, with his misdiagnosis of Lyme disease and everything, it affects him. Chris Webby, uh, I got lots to say about him, but um, I was going to say about Tom McDonald, and I did do God mode. It's a little egotistical. It kind of pissed me off a little bit because a few parts in there, but one part in there he says talks about political rap. I practically invented the genre, and you all are just riding off my coattail. Well, apparently he's not familiar with rap history. Because he apparently didn't go back to the '80s, and you know, there's a lot of people back then in groups that I guess it's never heard of and don't know about because and I think Chris Webby, matter of fact. Chris Webby was doing this shit before him, or before he was big, let's say. Um, but anyway, I know I'm still not started this video yet, not on the topic. But anyway, you get my point. The skit sets up this song, I believe, because it kind of like connects everything. Well, from what I've seen so far from the first verse, we'll see about the rest of it. I did listen to the whole song, so it is kind of like a reaction. But I did listen to the first verse, and that's when I went like, I'm missing something here. And besides, I know I'm talking a lot and everything. Come on, look at my channels. I mean, it's grow. You guys are growing it. Don't by the way, don't forget to like and subscribe and all that stuff. Because you are helping the channel out. It's getting seen. I can tell through my analytics that it's getting put it on suggested. It's getting on home pages, and people are searching and for the keywords and everything. And you know, Google Google YouTube is promoting me because of all the viewing and stuff you guys are doing, the views per hour and all of that. So keep on doing that, and we're going to keep on going blasting off here. For someone that's just only a little over a month old, and the channel's where it's at now, it shocked the hell out of me. But anyway, with that, let's I guess I talked enough. I probably didn't say nothing, but hope to explained it a little bit. And let's see where turbulence, takes us here. And like I always say, you'll see me looking. I got a second computer over here, not a second monitor, a whole second computer. This is where my Discord is on, and I keep an eye on that, on what's happening in my Discord and everything. But with that, let's see where this goes. I did like this intro though. Um, the music, uh, weird. I won't say weird. A different choice, if you will. Wasn't expecting this type of thing.
Life fantastic, no more useless distractions. Standing on a country Casanova palace, banana marshmallow cabin, fort on a hill, point of swords like Andrew Jackson. A movie.
Okay. One thing, his style, very unique, very unique. In rapping, I love the flow. I can dig the cadence. Um, I don't want to, get into that. I'm going to get into what what's he talk, what's the message here? What's he saying? And what was it? Life fantastic, no more useless distractions. Um, I think that kind of reflects back in a way to the skit, but um, you know, I guess he's stripping away everything that doesn't serve him. Um, but I don't know how long he's been doing this, but it sounds like he's far enough ahead in his music journey, or what and everything, and what he's done and everything, and he's like stripping away everything, and he's gonna focus on what truly matters. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he's been fucking off lately and doing weird shit, or I don't know. Who knows? I um, I don't know. Maybe I'll look into him after this. I don't know. I got to find time first. I got so much shit going on in my own self. What was that? Casanova blesses. What did he say? Standing on country. Casanova blesses. Um, banana marshmallow patches. Uh, interesting imagery he's describing there. Almost nonsensical imagery. Uh, kind of a set, a uniqueness, to his life probably. Obviously, I can tell by his voice he's rooted in the South. I would say, well, I don't know. Um, if I was going to give a guess, I'd probably say Tennessee, but we'll see. I mean, he's never going to watch this, guys. My channel's too small, and and everything, and but as all people from the South, he's probably proud of it too. You know, he probably like stands on that. I'm from the South, and fuck you and all that stuff. What do you say about a Ford? First, is he a Ford fan? I don't know. But Ford on a hill. Uh, oh yeah, Andrew Jackson. Ford on a hill. I guess pointing a sword like Andrew Jackson. Obviously a historical figure, known for his fierce independence and defiance, and you know, I guess against authority, if you will. Um, I was just describing Upchurch. I don't know who his people are, who people who his followers are. With Ren, we know we got the Renegades. Obviously Tom, we got the Hogs. Um, but I don't know what you Upchurch people call your uh, group or anything. But let me know in the comment. Helps the channel out. Comment, let me know. Um, but Upchurch, he might align himself with that. Defiance, independence, against the system. In this case, which would be labels, and everything. Me, myself, I don't like authority of any kind, whether it's law enforcement, whether it's, whoever. I just don't like being told what to do. Never did, and probably never will like it. So, um, yeah, but, that might be his thing, kind of such a rebellious stance. Um, We'll see. We got to continue. How long is this thing? 3 minutes? Okay.
Be packed with action. Lots of folks can never fathom sad parts and ones too wild to write about and add to albums. Hooked up with some rappers' daughters, gave them scenes and frames of platinum. Interviewed in docs cause they came over once upon a time. Tore up $100,000 truck, drunk off muscadine. They say clocks are growing.
Okay. Yeah. The part about the rapper daughter and everything, that kind of got me, but he did Muscadine. That was interesting. Well, I mean, you know, he's from the South, okay? But yeah, that's because that's a Southern grape. The South uses in wine a lot. You know, and whatever. What do you say? Tore up $100,000 truck off Muscadine, and so, what do you get fucked up and wreck his truck or something, or um, but yeah, I don't know. Between the Muscadine and the fucking the truck up and the rapper daughter and um yeah, funny.
Wings for me, I never seen it fly. Been wondering why I wake up in minutes, hours, still set and glide. Still looking for some gray hair. Theorists call me a vampire. I tell them I'm content and ain't blood sucking to stay live. And I'm never.
Okay, well, first of all, you know, if you're looking for gray hair, I got plenty of it, as you can see. Well, what am I saying? He's not even going to see this. Um, yeah, theorists call me vampire. Theorists call him vampire, huh? Well, at least he's past the hypothesis stage, and now it's a theory. It's a theory. So we're on the right scientific proving track, if you will. um, but yeah, the vampire again. That's resilience, longevity. Unless you someone sticks a silver stake in your heart or something. But yeah, um, but vampire. People society is quick to judge vampires. You know, I don't know, fear. Well, judging. No such thing as vampires. But anyway, from the movies, and everything. Um, that's all I'm basing that on. But yeah, they discard people and everything, and but yeah, society's afraid of him and discards him. I was going to say cancel him, but in this day and age, that's getting into something totally different. Um, but also, if you know the character of vampires, I take it he's probably putting across, and I did, I guess all of his haters, that he's thriving on this, despite the criticism, you know, almost immortalizing himself, if you will, by resilient, by resisting change and industry pressure and stuff. I don't know. Would record labels be calling him? They did that with who's that guy? Oliver North. Yeah, he made that one big hit, Richmond. Yeah, and he was getting bombarded by record labels. We'll give you $8 million to sign, and this and everything. Right away putting him in debt. And the worst thing he could do would be sign that contract. But again, it's a whole other story. Um, but yeah, we got it. We I got my. I'm. Don't worry, I'm starting it again. I got my finger on the trigger here. Um, but yeah, we got to get through this. We're not even a minute into this.
And I done had a preview. I walk around now with some x-ray vision and everybody seem they see through. I ain't nothing more golden than lonely when learning what purpose is. And flyer ain't fly, your story ain't got no turbulence. I'ma never need.
See, I don't want to get into too much into this chorus, but yeah, there's a lot going on in there. Um, you know, right away, just as he was, popping through that, I don't have the preview. You know, I think that's doesn't need validation or approval. Basically, which if you was with a label, you wouldn't be able to do anything on your own. Um, so he's very confident in what he's doing and what he's putting out, and everything. Um, he gains probably insight, into people, their attention, spotting those who are transparent and superficial. Like I said, I'm just shooting off the cuff here, guys. I'm looking into his lyrics and what I'm seeing. I feel like I'm a tarot card reader here or an astrology, but which I also do, by the way. If you guys saw my other video, I showed you guys the X-rated tarot deck. But yeah. What else do I want to say? Again, we got hints of turbulence and struggle, in this chorus. If your story ain't got no turbulence, so, you know, it's getting back into that whole thing. And this line actually, the chorus I think actually ties back into the skit. He faces turbulence from the record labels and naysayers, but rather than see it as a problem, he seems to embrace it as part of the narrative. You know, if, if you will, which is kind of funny. But yeah, we we're getting there, guys. Let's see. Let's finish this off or get close to it, if we will. If I don't stop anymore.
And I don't have a preview, so I walk around now with some x-ray vision and everybody seem they see through. I ain't nothing more golden than lonely when learning what purpose is. And flyer ain't fly, your story ain't got no turbulence. When it come with a lot of losses, to be a boss you gotta capture shit when you ain't flossing. As much as you making it rain or you might drown in blood water. So I hop on a log and ain't gotta tread harder. Enemy can't match the energy, then I go show them that I am a whole charger. Voice you listening to is the one of American Icon.
Okay, wow. Did this verse change a lot? Winning coming up with a lot of losses. Um, he's understanding success. Obviously, if he's been doing it this long, he understands it. You know, the achievement of it and everything. He's had, you know, to lose. He's had to suffer. He's had to sacrifice along the way. Who knows? Maybe with his family, or whatever. But as what do you say? As much as you're making it rain, Something about blood. You might drown in blood water or something like that. That's uh, that's something. Blood water is symbolizing the dangers that come along with fame and wealth. Uh, well, you guys wouldn't understand that. Um, if you guys listen back, one of my to my songs and stuff. For those of you who've been following all my reactions, you know that I study billionaires for my cybersecurity research and everything. But yeah, that's what I read into it anyway. That's what I read into Bloodwater. Um, Wealthy people have this symbolization with Bloodwater and the term. Um, but it brings high risk and prudential falls, and that people with a lot of wealth, they put up with a lot of high risk. You know, so I guess they look at their money that they have as their payoff for dealing with that risk and everything. But yeah, that gets into the whole greed thing and all that. And I've gotten into that once already. But uh yeah, the last part where I stop it, the voice you're listening to is one of, I wanted to say American Idol, one of American Icon, American Idol. Um Here, again, I don't know. He's like treading this. He's like waving this line in his messages here. He's still confident. In his legacy. You know, suggesting that he's well aware of the impact and the representative and the mainstream culture, if you will, or is it Southern culture? I don't know. Is he would would he be picking on Southern culture or pointing out Southern culture? I don't know. Um, I think I got to look into more of his music. That's what I got to do.
Just not enough hours on it, can't obtain a title till you been gone. And the face you looking at right now, probably smoking weed in the grave. Skeleton shaking from people coming to the marble slab like a meet and greet back in the day. Lightning never struck to die, the old days never owed to mine. Mud to gold, even though we didn't care if there's gold to mine. We was in them private jets too high. Remember this one?
Well, what did you say that? I got to hear that again.
Lightning never struck to die, the old days never owed to mine. Mud to gold, even though we didn't care if there's gold to mine.
Okay, and another interesting, mud to mud to gold. Even though we didn't care if there's gold to mine, mud mud to gold. Um, this community's turned humble beginnings, which is a mud, obviously, into success, which is a gold, but um, without being, his primary gold, I guess. There, it's a reference. I guess he obviously loves doing it. He's been doing it so long, so it's kind of like a reference to what he loves and letting success come naturally. But um, trust me, this kind of success doesn't come naturally. I mean, you could say it in a song and all, but I mean, we don't know. Well, at least I do. It's not that easy. but but I get. He's got to boast. He's got to show that ego. He's got to show that. I don't know. Do I want to go as far as narcissism? Well, a little bit of narcissism is good, but I mean, look at Tom Brady. Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods. You got to have a little bit of ego, a little bit of narcissism, but like Clint Eastwood says, a man has got to know his limitations. So, just remember that, kiddies.
In them private jets too high. Remember this one business flight. Plane dropped 40 feet, homies thought we was gone. I told them to loosen up because we all living to die.
Yeah, he's got a plane on his picture here. Plane and it's a private plane. Um, so yeah, another symbolization of wealth, and it's gold too. So yeah, a lot of symbolization there. The moment on a private jet. You know, again, we're into the turbulence and everything. Anything that's up in the air is going to have turbulence. But he's using it metaphorically. Which is rap. There's a lot of metaphors, entendres, similes, and everything. But like I said, I'm not breaking down this is not a full deep dive into his music. Yeah, I'm just learning about his music. But when you're faced with real or figurative danger, I guess in this sense, you remain calm. You accept the situation. Um, you know, I guess that's the whole theme of everything. He goes over he repeats a lot of this. You know, success. And accepting everything, and I guess he's. I was going to say giving a monologue to us. You know, in this song. Um, I'd be interested to see what the rest of the album's like. You know, the repetition of turbulence emphasizes, the importance of struggles, as a core theme. And I mean, the whole title, the whole album is named, Turbulence. So that's exactly what, he's based that on. Um, Turbulence isn't a setback, it's an integral part, of your journey, of your identity. It's going to shape who you are. And, I can see where, the skit, I can see the whole picture now, the skit and the song. Um, and they both portray Upchurch as someone who stands alone, um, you know, undeterred by labels, criticism, which I'm sure he's probably had a lot of, or the lure of mainstream validation. Look, I'm a Southern boy. I don't need to be validated by any motherfucker out there. He's in acceptance of all this turbulence, and everything. It's part of his story. It's part of who he is. It's part of his journey. His identity is tied to these struggles. Um, but uh, yeah, basically, you know, fuck all external forces, labels, the industry. You know, um, he's. I'm sure he's done a lot already. He's achieved a lot. I don't know how many albums he's got out or anything, but we still got what minute. What else left in here?
I'm never need to, and I done had a preview. I walk around now with some X-ray vision and everybody seem they see through. I ain't nothing more golden than lonely when learning with purposes. And fly ain't fly if your story ain't got no turbulence. I'ma never need to, and I done had a preview. So I walk around now with some X-ray vision and everybody seem they see through. I ain't nothing more golden than lonely when learning with purposes. And fly ain't fly if your story ain't got no turbulence.
Yeah, it seems like he's just going over the same theme. That he's reinforcing this turbulence thing. He's mentioning metric. I won't get into that. Or it's bringing that up toward the end of the song. We should have got into that. He could have brought that up earlier. But let's see where else he's going to go, or if he's just going to keep on repeating the same overall message. Nope. It looks like that. Is this? To me, boy, this is going to be a long outro. Yeah, I guess that's it, guys. That's the outro. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Do you want more Upchurch? Whoever the Upchurch fans are, you know, give some comments. Let me know. Um, let me know what's going on with this new album drop, and we'll see. We'll see where it goes. If we want to go back into his catalog or what. So with that, guys, like, subscribe, comment, hit all that stuff. I'm sure you've seen my lower thirds go across and everything. And we'll see you next time. You know what? I think I'm just going to put this logo on the thumbnail. Nothing fancy or anything. And because we're just experimenting here. See if we want to bring a new artist on. That's it. You know, that's what we're doing. But with that, guys, we'll catch you next time.